The Browns are facing the Los Angeles Rams, who lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl a season ago. Rams again expected to be Super Bowl contenders, 2-0 on the year, and they've looked impressive. They've scored 5 touchdowns in the second half, just 1 touchdown and some field goals in the first half. So they've really made some adjustments at halftime that have been impressive in the first couple of weeks. Jared-Goff talked about the slow start, and Sean McVay, their head coach, talked about how impressed he's been with the Browns, especially Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., and their head coach, Freddie.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard for him. I mean, he's a unique player. He can go at any time. He's so explosive. He's got aggressive hands. You know, they can really move him all around. There's no limitations. I mean, his talent is incredible. He's an elite competitor, so he's definitely somebody that we've got to be aware of. And you can see he made the most of his touches. And in an instance, you know, he's going 80-plus on a touchdown, you know, on a quick RPO, catching it from the 3 spot. And you're like, wow. And that's why he's special, and that's why he is who he is. Yeah, really good competitor. I mean, even, you know, going back to even just remembering him play at Oklahoma, a guy that, you know, makes people around him better. He's definitely somebody that we've got to be aware of. And you can see he made the most of his touches, and unique player. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard for him. I mean, he's a unique player. He can go at any time. He's so explosive. He's got aggressive hands. You know, they can really move him all around. There's no limitations. I mean, his talent is incredible. He's an elite competitor, so he's definitely somebody that we've got to be aware of. And you can see he made the most of his touches. And in an instance, you know, he's going 80-plus on a touchdown, you know, on a quick RPO, catching it from the 3 spot. And you're like, wow. And that's why he's special, and that's why he is who he is. Yeah, really good competitor. I mean, even, you know, going back to even just remembering him play at Oklahoma, a guy that, you know, makes people around him better. He's a resilient competitor that, you know, has a never die attitude. And then you see the talent. I mean, he's twitchy. He can speed it up. He has the ability to create off schedule. You could just see the confidence. I even remember watching, you know, the Thursday night game when he jumped in there, when he went in playing the Jets. There's a belief and a confidence that he instills in the people around him, and it's impressive to watch. Yeah, that's really that's exactly what it is. You know, you don't have as much inventory, but he's done a great job, you know, and he called plays for a good portion of the season last year, and you kind of get a chance to see what's the overall philosophy, but you know, really consistent with a lot of good play callers and coaches. He does a great job of putting his players in good spots and, you know, kind of fits his system to their skill sets, and a lot of versatility, and it's a great challenge for us. You know, it's a tough game. You know, this league is so competitive. So whether it's going against somebody the first time or the fourth, you have a lot of respect for everybody that's doing this. And Coach Kitchens has done a great job. I think it says a lot about their team with the way that they were able to respond from, you know, not the way they wanted to go in week 1, and that's you know, that's the sign of true character. And they did a good job the other day. Yeah, I mean, it's similar in terms of, you know, you get a chance to work with #1 overall pick who has a lot of upside that you're excited about. So if you look at it that way, but, you know, this is a good football team, a lot of really good football players, and going to Cleveland, which we know will be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a great challenge for us, and we got to have a great week of preparation, make sure we're ready to roll. You know, I think that's hard to say. I think really you know, each play is its own entity. We individualize each snap, and, you know, I think it's just consistency from the first snap to the 65th to the 70th, whatever it is. Good decision making, playing within the timing and rhythm, and then there's an element too. I mean, you look at some of the play action throws that he was able to make in some early down and distances, guys in his face. I thought that was excellent. You know, where he keeps his eyes down the field. He doesn't need a clean platform to be able to get through because he's got such a natural, you know, ability to get his hips through and things like that. So I thought he did a lot of good things, and you know, it's really just, it's hard to say, but I think it's just being consistent, snap in and snap out, and, you know, that's going to be the case with every quarterback. Oh, a lot. I mean, they do a good job. He moves around a little bit. You see the production that he's had and just, the length, the strength. He can beat you in a variety of ways, and he's productive really on all 3 downs. So it's a great football player that you have to account for. Similar in terms of, and then they got Olivier Vernon on the other side, which is a great challenge in and of itself. So, you could feel, the impact Cam Jordan had on the game and what a great player he is. And these are 2 guys that are very similar.
I feel like it's great. They got a great receiving core. We got a pretty good defensive backfield. Got a good quarterback. I mean, it's good offense versus good defense.
Have you played Odell very many times, or Jarvis Landry?
Landry maybe. Odell just Pro Bowl. Just playing around backyard football. So, I haven't played him in a real game.
Anything in particular when you're studying him that? How would you describe it in terms of
just explosive, man? Explosive. I'd describe it the same way you would. Explosive.
When you're playing a guy like that, is there anything the same as any other guy? You
just got to execute. You got to trust that your D coordinator put you in good positions, and then you just got to execute the call that's called. So you can't change nothing. Just execute, man. Good technique, execute.
You said he's explosive. When a guy can take a slant 89 yards untouched like that, what is the challenge for you as a DB? Do you want to stay closer to him and be touching him from the beginning, or you want?
What coverage we in?
Well, I understand, but
it just matters. What coverage we in, it matters. Sometimes you want to be far, sometimes you want to be close. It just matters the coverage that we in.
Aqib, what about, sorry if you already asked, like a quarterback like Beckham, who can kind of just create off schedule and hold onto the ball and kind of maneuver himself around? How much more pressures that put you guys on as DBs?
We just know our clock is different this week. It's not a Drew Brees week where you're gonna be covering for maybe 2.5, 3 seconds. We could possibly be covering for 5, maybe 6. So that clock, we got a clock in our head as DBs. We know that clock is just a little bit longer this week.
You guys like that?
Nah, we hate it. We hate it. We hate it.
What about just the different challenge that this quarterback provides? You guys look forward to that, or you hate that too?
Oh, I thought you were talking about him as far as scrambling and running around. But it's a challenge. Sunday night football, against a good football team. So yeah, we love that.
I got great defense. A lot of veteran guys over there. Great ends and Vernon and Myles Garrett. Some good DBs, some young DBs, but pretty good. Linebackers are good. So still learning their system, but it's a good defense. Yeah, that's their hype. I don't have nothing to do with that. I play with the Rams.
The two new guys, potentially 3 new guys on the O-line from the 2018 draft class.
They're doing good. They've been doing good all year, OTAs, training camp. So just progressing as we go.
Do you think the offense has kind of struggled to score touchdowns in the first half of the first 2 games? Is there anything in particular that's happened or that needs to happen going forward?
We 2-0. We get to 3-0. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, obviously their defensive line is, one of the top in the league, and they've, done a great job up front. And last year, I believe they were in the top 2 or 3 in turnovers, so, have a nose for the ball. And I think in the secondary, they're young and fast and athletic and can do a lot of things. Obviously at linebacker, they're great. And, it's going to be a challenge for us, and it'll be a fun road challenge that, we'll be ready for. Yeah, Odell's a great player. He's done it at a high level for a long time, and a guy our defense is going to have to be aware of. I won't be watching much film on Odell this week, but I'm sure he's getting ready, and I know our defense will be ready for him.
So the Browns getting ready to be on that national stage in Sunday night football at First Energy Stadium against a very good Los Angeles Rams team, 2-0 on the year.